In the 100 LOD, they usually place a graphic icon or a symbol, which this symbol is not part of the geometry index. It is something schematic, and in terms of size and the location, it could be different. Generally, it's not reliable, and it is only produced as a schematic, and it is only a primary view of the work, and it definitely cannot provide information and meet the needs like 200 does. Now, after you're done and you have your approximate place and you want to make some developments, you move forward to 200 LOD. In 200 LOD, the elements are shown as graphics and as a geometry in the model. Definitely the sizes and the specifications are just close but not perfect, meaning they're not 100% perfect, but generally it's okay. And some ungraphical information can be added to it, by which I mean some kind of information could be added. In 300 LOD, all the graphical elements are shown here according to the geometry. And besides of that, their number, their size, their form, their position must be specific and clear. And if needed, we can add a few more graphical information to it. Those items that I mentioned right now, their numbers, their sizes, their form, and the way they are positioned must be inside of the very element. There shouldn't be any need for you to add the information ungraphically, meaning that these items must be easy to observe on the geometry itself. After that, we have 350 LOD, which was added to AIA specifications in the year of 2017, and it is for contractors, because it used to be only 300 and 400 LOD, and something was missed in here because the contractors that were there, that were working, could not know what was being installed on it. That's why the 350 LOD was added later. 350 LOD has everything we need, just like 300. For example, the numbers, the size, the form, plus what kind of system it is, in what assembly level it is, the coding and the numbering will be specified in this phase. And all of the parts that need to be in coordination with the main part must be specified in that element. You can observe connections and other stuff like this in here. And moving on, we have 400 LOD, which is in the highest level of modeling in terms of details. Note that we have no further than 400 in modeling. The 500 LOD has nothing to do with what we're doing right now. Therefore, we only have 400. Again, 400 is just like 350 and has everything we want. But the thing is that all the information graphically or ungraphically will be shown on the model. And for example, if you need some items, you shouldn't be looking for them in the information. Those information and items must be added in the model, and you must have access to them straight away. Therefore, modeling in 400 LOD is no game at all, and you have your work cut out for you there. So you need to understand how hard it is to work with 400 if you have a contract or you're working for somebody. In addition, there is a table as well. Let me open my Excel and explain it to you in a nutshell, because these are the items that we will discuss in BIM package. In this Excel table, we have a matrix here and model element table. And for all of these elements, for example, structural, they are sorted out as A and B, and that's it. Now, this section has a few parts. Let's go back to model element, and here are all the factors and items. We have Uniformat, OmniClass. These are the codes that may not exist in some countries, therefore we can use our own codes or take these codes as a reference. They are all in order, and if you look up here, we have schematic design, development design, and CD construction documentation. Now, if you look at here, we have LOD right here, which means that with what LOD that element is being modeled, and for every element you need to mention what kind of element that is. Some of them could not be on the list, and you can add them, or make an Excel table like this, similar to this for yourself. This table here, BIM-LEARN LOD specifications 2021, is the latest version up to date. Let me enter today here so we can see the date. Yes, this is our date. Now let me convert it into solar date. Yes, and Persian, and we're done. This is the date. So up to this moment, this is the latest version. That's how we'd figure out the date. Now here is MEA, Mother Element Author, which is either referred to as the author or the component, and it is model elements components. And in this part it will be specified that these elements need to be developed with what kind of LOD and be worked on. This is notes which can use it. Again, it is the same with design development and also in construction documentation. These information need to be entered in this list and in this table, because for example, if you're working on a project and there are some misunderstanding, here's your proof and you can show the LOD you're working with. There are some details in this table as well. You can use this code here in those other tables, and it can be used as a code or as a reference for you to give to your employer, for example, and to show them what kind of LOD you're working with. Okay, I believe we're done now. This was a brief instruction about the LODs, and it was absolutely necessary for you to know about it, to know that these projects are no game and you need accuracy.